Hi everybody, welcome back. This is part 2 of my interview with Andrew-Devine, talking about the deception perpetrated, which we covered in part 1. And in this part 2, I want to talk about more reclaiming yourself as a living man and woman, reclaiming yourself through what the Purple Thumb community has, which is called a live claim. Now this is my live claim. I also have a domicile claim. If we've got time, we'll talk about that. I'll just take it out of the plastic. It's all written in quantum grammar. You might be able to see. It's got my thumbprint at the top with my autograph, not a signature, and Andrew will explain the difference. There's flags, we'll talk about that. And there's some of my hair follicles. Okay, and we'll talk about what this piece of paper is and why it's so important. Because I understood the importance of this when I started to learn about reclaiming myself as a woman and reclaiming myself as a sovereign being. So, Andy, why would somebody need, or why would somebody want a live claim?
Right then, so you're asked all the time, yeah, and on the common law side of things, they say that you don't have to actually produce your evidence, you don't have to give the name. Under the data protection, there's other different ways they'll say that they're Crown, under Crown protection and so on and so forth. But when the police come into you, they're asking you if you're to identify yourself. Yeah. Now, I've no qualms at all as identifying myself as the live life claimant, as a fact, as a man, and with my name written correctly. I've no qualms with that because I'm representing myself as a fact. However, the trick is what they want you to do is they want you to identify yourself as the fiction, because they think that they can control you as that fiction. So the importance of a live claim gives me the safe ability to expose myself as who I am. Yeah, and same with the CPAS. In fact, I'm just show you the CPAS, which is basically just again notifying the people. You would normally have this around your neck, or I carry it in my wallet, but this is as a CPAS. Again, basically just giving you the descriptions, because the registration number, which is on your live claim.
Okay, so
on your live claim.
I'm just getting mine here. So that's the one. There's a barcode there, and that's the registered mail. So people, what I did and what the process is to get one of these, you have to send a letter to yourself, registered or recorded delivery, whichever country you're living in. And the number on that barcode becomes your vessel number. Is that correct? Yes.
Because, I mean, the point is, only a living man can send a recorded delivery. Yeah. And only a living man can sign for that, or should I say, autograph the receipt of what he had sent or she had sent. So there's number one, the proof of life, to the simple fact, and then you've got a number. I mean, a lot of people, let's put it this way, you know, if I was a singer, and I wrote a song, right? If I'd written a song out for me, and I didn't want that song being stolen by somebody else and then them go and make loads of money out of it. So to patent my song, what I would do is I would write my song out, I would fold it up, I would put it into an envelope, and I would go to the post office and I would register this envelope to myself. Yeah. And that way I've got a date stamp, a sign for it. I've got the absolute whole evidence that this is now in this time stamp. And I've got this time stamp from when I created this song. So if anybody else down the line comes out and says, I created that, and I'm making money out of it, and I could say, well, hang on, here's the fact, because this is a fact. It was sent through post as a fact to a fact. And at that time, inside this sealed envelope is what I wrote. And therefore, I get it out, and as the proof in the pudding is that you can't disprove this fact. And here is that same song that you're singing, and this date is 1A and you're C. So, you know, A comes before C, so I wrote it first. There's a fact. So that's the understanding of what we're actually doing by creating this recorded delivery, this registered delivery, recorded delivery, whatever. It doesn't matter, because what it actually is, because people say, oh, registered. We know if you register something, yeah. When you're registering it, you're registering it to yourself. When you're registering it to yourself, it's who you register to owns it. So you're registering it to yourself. It's you that owns you now.
Yes.
So this registered delivery, yeah, is what you're going to be putting your claim of life into, yeah, into this envelope, yeah, and you're going to send it to yourself. So I mean, the process. I mean, so what I did, I created my live life claim, and then I sent it to certain countries. You can get the label, and then you can send it on. Certain countries you have to send the letter beforehand. And so you just put a note in there of what you're actually doing to, you know, to when then send it to yourself. And then when you get the live life claim, you put it in the envelope. Well, what I would do, I would scan copies, scan the actual. Once I've got the live life claim, you complete it with your autographs. And by autograph, you don't do joined up writing, because joined up writing is in cursory, and that's cursory, and that's the dead. So in an autograph, my autograph would be, because I'm Andrew-Devine. So as Andrew-Devine, I would write full colon, A, uppercase A, lowercase NDREW, full colon, the dot above the dot. The full colon represents for that alphabet provider.
So I've done a full colon,
yeah.
the full colon, mystery, full
Perfect.
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not in joined up writing, remember, because joined up writing is cursory. Okay. Yeah. So it's in singular. I mean, it's still in your. You can fancy it as you want. It doesn't have to be in bold, you know. But I mean, that's just the way I do it. Yeah. So where's mine? There's one for mine here. There's one of mine. So there's.
Yeah. Do we have to write copyright, copy claim? I haven't written that on mine.
You don't have to. I mean, I do. I just do it on everything, because I am taking copyright, copy claim to my name. So, you know, that's...
Can we have a look at that again, please?
Yep.
I'm still learning this stuff. So copyright, copy hyphen right forward slash copy hyphen claim full stop, yeah?
It's copyright, so it's copy hyphen right and copy hyphen claim. Right,
I'll do that on mine as well. Mine looks slightly joined up. Oh dear. It's because I write too fast. Oh dear, I might have to.
Yeah, it's a way. I mean, to be truthful, it's still in your soul. I mean, it's, you know, the thing is, you can see. It's
not cursive. It's not cursive.
You can see the difference between cursive.
You can.
You know, we can have our own little twists and our calligraphy in our writing. You know, that is our touch to our words.
Okay. So,
but
how does this? I mean, in quantum, this isn't a proper word, but how does this protect oneself?
That's telling you, that's you making a claim to your vessel. This is the vessel that I live in. Yep. This is my home. This is my crown. We are all made of mud, so to say, because we're off the earth and we're back to the earth we shall go. So this is land. I'm made of the land. I'm of the land.
Fire, Andrew.
Pardon?
Some of us are made of fire.
Well, the flesh and blood, the cells, this is going back to earth. We have ashes to ashes, dust to dust, so to say, whichever you want to look at it. But basically, everything that goes into our mouth, somewhere or another, is connected to the land. It's either grown from the land or it's been eaten off the, you know, what's come from the land. Yeah. So basically, we're made up of the land. So this is actually land mass.
Which is why GMO is such an abomination.
Oh yeah.
It's why it's such an abomination, because it's not of the land, it's not of anywhere, it's from.
No, it's again, it's all those horrendous things. What these corporations, mate, they're evil. They're evil, but you know, ultimately, it's all for greed. It's all for capturing.
It's all.
It's the same with the hospitals. Same with the pharmaceuticals. You know, why you're not given any natural remedies? Because they can't patent nature. So because they can't patent it, they can't make money off it.
Well, with Agenda 21, they're trying to put a value on it, aren't they? What I've read is with Agenda 21 Sustainable Development, they're trying to, I know I'm going off track a little bit, but they're trying to put a value on nature. You can't do that.
Yeah. So I mean, those are the natural thing. I mean, when you look into it, that was years ago. I mean, I was looking into what witches were, you know, and when you looked into it properly, you see that these beautiful ladies that were. I'm not talking all of them, because there were some evil ones, don't get me wrong, but the vast majority, yeah, I would say, was lay people, beautiful, beautiful women that was healing people
Healers.
through the herbs and, you know, of the land.
Absolutely.
And the doctors took full monopoly.
Absolutely.
If you wanted healing, you had to go to a doctor.
And that's what the witch hunts were all about.
Yeah, they're vile creatures. These. I mean, I'm not.
Sorry, Andrew. How does somebody use this? So if let's just say somebody came knocking at my door, PCR test, vaccine, or I mean, do you carry this around? Should I keep it in the car with me? So if anybody watching, how does one use this?
That's if you're going to identify yourself, that's who you are. I mean, like I say, with the C-Pass, it's the same game with the C-Pass. Now, right then, first things first, you know, you have to understand what you are not. Yeah?
And what are we not? Can we just remind the viewers what we're not? Well,
you are not the legal fiction, you know? That legal fiction is yours to use, but you are not it. In on my driving license. So there's my driving license.
Okay.
So I've got my driving license in tow. So I've put again. There's my name, autograph, and copyright copy claim, and I also have on the back all rights reserved by the accommodating party. So I am the accommodating party. I am the man. I'm the flesh and blood man, not the all caps guy. This is the all caps, as you can see. They have the all caps.
Yeah.
With Divine Andrew.
Yeah.
And that's how they speak to in Greece. That's how they'll speak to you, Divine Andrew. Any of the court papers always comes in the all caps, Divine Andrew. They'll always call me Divine first, Andrew afterwards. So I can never answer to that because that's my legal fiction. So I just won't answer to that. All I'll do is ask them to correct it. You have to correct that, you know, because you're not speaking to me. Speak to me if you want to speak to me. That's all I do is I ask for that. Yeah. So where does it protect you? It protects you to the fact, if you know who you are or who you're not, because you've got to stand your ground. Yes. You've got to know, and you've got to a pillar of salt, pillar of stone. You know, it's all right, all well and good. You cannot just come on this journey and get a live claim and I've got a live claim now. Exactly. You get stuff, mate. It's took me 6 years. If you don't, if you think you can just pick a live claim and use it, don't, because you'll go up like that and they'll beat you down like that. They'll say, what the hell's that? Don't care. Don't recognise that. Nor this law. You know, same as when I went to the courts I went to the court in here first time. Ooh, very scary, yeah. So I went in there, but I didn't show. I mean, end of the day, I played poker in the days. I know how to put a poker face on there. I knew in my heart, I knew in my head, in my gut, that they could never speak to me in quantum language. I knew that they couldn't recognize me as a fact. I knew all these things. So when I went into that court, it was for nothing. It was not even for me. It was because my bike was being used, and because my bike was being used, and the person that didn't have a license, or which he didn't need anyway, but that's by the by, I was the one that was being taken to the court because I should have. It's just because the bike was registered in my name. So when I went into the court, there was whatever this act or statute it was that they was implying on me, and the only reason I went to the court is because my wife had actually took the paper off the policeman, because we don't, here in Greece, they don't send you the summons to court through the post. You don't get a summons to court through the post. The police do the dirty work for the post. They go and deliver and they bring it to you. See, the other police that brought it to me, always brought it to me as Divine Andrew, and sorry, mate, take it back. You're the post boy. Now run on back and get the name changed because it's incorrect. And I will not take that piece of paper off you. So trot on, jog on. Please don't be messing like that. Just go on because it's incorrect. You know full well you've got to have your paperwork right. I'm being correct, and I'm putting on God's armor. I just want to be 100% correct. I'll contract with anybody, but there's terms and conditions here too, not just one-sided, buddy. Absolutely. So go on, take it back and get it corrected. And so, but anyway, I went into the court, and because I know the four corner rule, because I know the different planes. I needed to create joinder with that judge or whatever it was that was sitting on that bench with the clerk and everything else that was there, because they sit in a row in Greece. So they called the fiction up. So I walked up, I went straight up to the counter, slapped my hand on the counter, so they all like, you know, what's this, you know? And I presented them my live claim. And they're saying like, what's this? But again, the difficulty was they were Greek. I'm English. I don't speak Greek. They don't speak English, whether they do or not. They pretend they don't anyway. And they're going, oh, what's this? What is this? This like, yeah. I said, that is my proof of life. That is my live claim. And I said, can I see the correct sentence, structure, communication, parsing, syntax, grammar of the act or statute that you're applying for the avoidance of perjury? And they're going, why are you? And they eventually brought in a translator, and they was trying to say everything to me, or this lot. And I just stood there. I just said, can I see the correct sentence, structure, communication, parsing, syntax, grammar for the avoidance of? And they just kept it. Honestly, they was doing all this stuff. And I said, can I see the correct sentence, structure, communication? Just stayed there, stayed nice and calm, just kept answering the same question, just saying exactly the same thing. And they said, go sit over there. Go sit over there a second while we discuss. So I just took one step back and just stood there. And then they said, okay, you're free to go. And that was it.
And it's about standing in your power, isn't it?
And that is the point. Is, I mean, they were threatening. They was doing all sorts. I'm not interested. I didn't let any of that into my head. I knew in my heart and I knew in my head that I was correct. Yeah. I knew that I wanted to. I put on God's armor, so to say. Yeah. And by putting on God's armor, I mean I want to remain 100% correct. I can't see what they're writing to me. I can't hear what they're saying to me. I need to see it so that it says what it means and means what it says, so I can give you the 100% honest answer. Yeah. The point is, they can't answer you. They can't speak to me as a fact, and I knew that. Yeah. So I stood my ground. And I knew I had my inner standing to stand firm and just keep repeating it. Don't get me wrong, I had the urge to shut the fuck up. I'm just about to answer, and I could shut the fuck up. And I see the correct sentence, and I just kept repeating it. But I was so tempted just to give an answer. I shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? You have to really control yourself, because they're manipulating you to do something, and you're going to hang yourself. So I had to firmly take a grip of myself to tell myself to shut the F up. Okay. You know? And then I did, and because I did, and because I just stayed as king, asking the same question, because they hadn't given me.
As king. So you've just separate, as king is, if you separate the word as king.
Yeah.
King, when you
and swear, you shouldn't swear. Why is there a double in answer?
Exactly.
I should tell you something. It's all trickery of words, because it's all witchcraft. It's all pharmakia. Yeah. Pharmakia, I mean, that was why I understood. When I understood it, I mean, like again, going down to the witches. When I understood who it was that's doing all this is all down to the pharmakia. You know, if you want to know where the root and the evil of it all is, it's pharmakia. That was my first awakening, because from there, it just spread out to the bankers, to everything else, because it's all the same pot.
I've not come across that term before, Andy. A pharmakia, is that PH?
Pharmakia is pharmaceutical. Pharmakia is the maker of witches. Same thing. We call it. It's a Greek word. It's a Greek word. You know, it's the witchcraft, maker of poisons and potions and poisons. Yeah. Remember, everything's in plain sight. Everyone in the world has been told. You've been told the actual facts, and they have to do that because your subconscious works 200 times faster than, I mean, this is what David was saying. I'm only working on what David was saying. When you sit to think about it, of course it does. David Wynn Miller, or should I say David Miller, period. He's no longer with us, but he had the gift of the Magi. He was sharing the information. He gave this information for the world to use, for the individuals in this world to pick up on, so that you can save yourself. You know, the information's out there for every single one of you out there to save yourself. You know, but I'm afraid, you know, the people that are trying to help you, you know, they're the ones that are being attacked and being slated as scammers and so on and so forth. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of scammers out there. There's a hell of a lot of scammers out there. A hell of a lot of scammers out there. But at the end of the day, you'll know the truth for yourself, you know, and you'll know them by their deeds. You know, you'll know them by their deeds. That's all I'll say.
Can
You know,
you?
what I've created there, that live claim you've got in your hand is no different than the live claim I've got in mine. You know, so what you've got there is what I've got. I'm happy with that, and my son's got that, and my wife's got that. You know, and that gives you the proof of who you are. And I didn't, as like I say, with the Purple Fun community again, let's understand this, because we're not here to make something. We're not the ones, the creators of it. Because if we create it, we own it. We own what we create. You created that. We just gave you the aid and assistance. That's what the aid and the help to make it for yourself, so that you can say, I made this. It's me. I made this. I own this. I control this. This is my creation, and we own what we create. And that is just a simple proof of who you, the woman that's sitting right in front of me now, is. Yeah, and to say that you are not the fiction. And you are separated, as it states on there, that it states on your live claim about your body, you know, your twin, which was your placenta, which was the dead, the all caps, the all caps Yugita, the all caps Yugita mystery is the body corporate, is the placenta that was created as the birth certificate, and you, the full colon Yugita, full colon mystery, is the living. You know, you're the mother and the father. The placenta is the dead, is the body corporate.
So I think the most important thing is people knowing who they are. Because if you don't know who you are, like you said, you can't just, oh, I've got a live claim, now I'm safe. It's not that simple, because if you're apprehended by anybody and you don't know how to handle yourself, you're screwed. Yeah,
I mean, that was when I was first. I mean, this is where I probably lost my son a little bit, because of going down the straw man route. You know, see. The other thing is about the live claim too is this. Your common law, right? People out there that have the common law, don't get me wrong, I love the concept.
Yes.
And I love everything about it, but that's not the issue, because there's nothing enforcing it. The point is there's nothing enforcing it. Now then, why should a letter be more protected than a man or woman? Why should that have the military protection on it? You know, yet us men and women haven't got it. Well, that's the other thing about your stamp, and you're paying your fee for freight. You've paid your fee for freight. Well, a letter has got its stamp on it, and it's paid its fee for freight. And that fee for freight is being protected by the military. So you become, see, you're a postmaster. You now are a postmaster of your vessel. This is a vessel. This is a vessel. It's a body vessel. You know, and the spiritual, or the energy source, whatever you want to call this, you know, that inside that's operating this piece of flesh, this piece of flesh, this earth, this crown territory, whatever you want to call it, this vessel that you sleep in, that you live in, sorry, not your body sleeps in a house, but you live in your body, This body, this vessel, you're the letter, that's inside your vessel, and that vessel is protected by the military now, because you are the postmaster of your vessel, and you have paid your fee for freight. So now you have the protection, so you can command, if they're doing damage to you in the federal side of things, which again is a process in itself. You've got federal judges that are actually doing this, and it certainly is going to come in. It's not going to stop it. Because at the end of the day, the flag. I mean, this flag.
You explain the flags at the top.
Yeah, well, let's get this clean and understood. Yeah, that is not America. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the American flag. I don't care. It could be fucking blue with pink spots on. I don't care. Whatever it is, it's a flag. The point is about that flag is simple. It's a language flag. It's the correct sentence, structure, communication, parsing, syntax, grammar, language flag. And that flag, is your terms and conditions. Now you'll say that, the flags need land. Flags need land. It's got to have land. Well, it does. Well, in a sense, because that's debatable. But the point is this. The flag is, the land of the flag is the well of the court at the time of the hearing. So in other words, all your foreign vessels, all your courts, as people know them as courts, that you think are courts, that actually really, if you took them and saw them what they really are, ships foreign vessels that have come in off the sea, been placed strategically all over the land, yeah, to harvest the people and the land from the people and all their prized possessions. They want to steal everything from you. Well, that flag is the land of every of those courts. That made them all federal. He captured that land because it wasn't claimed. So he claimed the land of the court at the time in the hearing, bringing it into the correct sentence structure, communication, parse, syntax, grammar. That was the major change.
Yeah.
Where actually now, I mean, the judges know, but unless you know, and I mean know and fully comprehend the quantum grammar and fully comprehend who you are, and you are no longer not, yeah. Once you've fully grasped it, then you will then be able to walk into those. Well, you wouldn't walk into those, because that's the whole point. You wouldn't need to go into their territory, because the court is the paper.
Yeah.
And your venue, your court venue, this is my court venue. Yeah. Let's say if I was in England, don't have a letterbox. Yeah, we don't have letterboxes here. We have to go to the post office. So post office is my court venue. But if I have a letterbox, yeah, this is my court venue, because the court is the paper. So when they send you something, and you've got the evidence there because they've sent you the evidence, because they send you a piece of paper, and on that piece of paper, there's no cipher. There's no cipher saying what defines the meanings of the words. That's fraudulent conveyance of language.
Yes. Yeah.
Because that's tricking you. Because they're not telling you whether they're writing you in legalese or whether they're writing you in plain Oxford English.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because you only understand Oxford English. They know you don't understand legalese, but they're not telling you they're writing it in legalese, and they're going to expect you like an idiot, because you're just going to be the idiot. You're going to be the nice person. By the way, nice means stupid and ignorant. Go and look it up if you don't believe me. The original meaning of the word nice in Oxford Dictionary. Stupid, ignorant. We're all nice people, aren't we? That's exactly what they made us. Very nice people, so that we could harvest us and steal everything off us, because we wish to remain nice people. I only want to be nice. Isn't it? Yeah. Don't be nice. Don't be stupid. Don't be ignorant. So they send that piece of paper to you, and because you've been educated enough to be able to read it and think that you understand it, don't think, guys. Stop thinking. You either know or you don't.
Yeah.
Remember, be stupid. What does that mean? What does the child do? What does a young man do? Why? They will stay asking the questions. And then what do we do like wankers? Beat it out of them. Shut up, do it, do as you're told. That's why. Because you can't even answer it yourself. He who raises the voice first is the one that's lost the argument.
We've conditioned to be kind of yes people, haven't we?
With what?
We've been conditioned to be kind of yes people, not to question anything, to be subservient. And they do that at school.
Do as you're told, yeah.
Do as you're
the
told.
Teachers. I mean, like I say, the teachers. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, if, you say, oh, they're same with what right now, when you look at the, no, I won't go into the paedophilia stuff, but when someone's doing something wrong, yeah, if all they've ever been educated in is doing what they're doing, and that's wrong, does it mean that they're not doing wrong? Because they're in their head they're not doing wrong. That's correct in their head that they're doing. But if it's wrong. So it's like, when does a sin become a sin? When does the sin become a sin? When the person becomes aware of it. Mm. Yeah, when the person's aware of it, conscious of what it is he's doing wrong, and then he still does it, then it's a sin. If what he's doing is wrong all the time, like me, I mean, I took my son to be injected. I put my son in a school to be indoctrinated. That was me, this prick here right now that sat in front of you. I had to forgive myself on that. Crikey, blimey. So I've got to forgive other people for doing what they're doing. Yeah. Because otherwise I wouldn't be able to forgive myself. And it's all about forgiveness.
Yeah.
With the forgiveness, you see far more clearer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the point is, there's a lot of people doing. The police don't know what they're doing. They're just following orders. They wasn't employed because they were intelligent. They was employed because there was good order followers.
Yeah.
And they do as they're told. So it's our duty as men and women, yeah, to stop and correct them. We the people must hold them to account. But until we educate ourselves and invest that time on ourselves to understand what the process of, or how to explain it to these people, not just to these people, to our own family, to our brothers and sisters, to our friends. You know, how do we do this? I mean, I've been trying it for a long time, and they just say you're crazy. You know, and they say a lot of horrible, insultive things. Because why? Because, well, I understand why. I cried my frigging eyes out when I realised what it was I was doing, and to actually accept it, or not let the cognitive dissonance just say piss off. You know, you can only ignore it for so long. It's going to come and bite you. And the longer you leave it, the harder it's going to get. And when people have left it a long time, so it's not when I want to accept that they've been screwed over.
So what happens to the other births? So the government, the fiction, that the birth certificate that they create, what happens to that when we have one of these?
You can. There's other people doing other things. The main thing is it's not you on the live claim. Some people are, from what I'm seeing, they're making claims, and I see some people actually paying through the bills of exchange. I don't know on whether those are all working, but the point is, what happens to it? Well, again, a lot of people say, like, oh, if I get a live claim, does that mean I'm void of all these benefits and all this lot? Well, for a start off, you know, those benefits you're paying yourself.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, you're paying yourself. That's your money.
Through the SGKV, yes.
Yeah, that's your. Then the government's giving you nothing, you know. But you know, let's put it this way: to get the live claim is the number one main thing. To use it, you better know how to use it. To use it, you better know who you are and who you're not. You know. So have it. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah.
Because when the military, I mean, let's put it this way. In the olden times, let's use the German war, for instance. Now, when the military were holding people and rounding people up, yeah, and they was asking them for their paperwork. And remember, history repeats itself, guys. So please pay attention to this. When the military step in, because it's about to be stepping in, guys, because we're under martial law. So when the military step in, yeah, and they ask you for your paperwork, what are you going to show them? If you're going to show them, yeah, I mean, who are they after? Who are they after, first of all? Who are they after rounding up for us? I mean, before, yeah, they classed it as the Jews, because in the Second World War, there was classing it as the Jews and the gypsies and the no-goods. So, and they may be classing it as the immigrants and stuff like this now. Are they? I don't know. Who knows what they're trying to say or what they're doing? I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, yeah, they may have certain people that they want to round up and put into the FEMA camps first, or the concentration camps, or whatever camps you want to call these things, yeah. So, all these injections where they're taking you in to be tested and given the injection.
Massive test centres here in Birmingham. My goodness.
Yeah. Let's put it this way. I'm praying, yeah, that by the time that we come to put these into position, there's going to be enough people that have woken up so that we can actually twist it and spin it, so that it's not the people that have been deceived going in there. It'll be the people that have woken up and realised that those deceivers are the ones that are going into those camps, because they're the ones that need to be going in there. So yeah, when it comes down to the paperwork, now then, if you're showing your paperwork, i.e., if you're showing your passport, if you're showing your driving license, you're showing your birth certificate, and if you're going to show that as your identification, then you've just told them that they own you, because
powerful, Andy, powerful.
Yeah. Now, if you're going to show a live claim, then you created that, yeah, and that makes you who you are, and the proof of who you are. There's people that have done it with, like I say, there's the living birth certificate, which was the one when you registered, i.e. mine. I was born on the 2nd of April. And the birth certificate was created to the 2nd of April. And I have a registered certificate, which my mum went and registered my name as Andrew, because she called me Andrew, only Andrew, not Andrew-Devine, no, Andrew. So my name's Andrew, was my mum called me. Yeah, and the registration of the life, proof of life registration, is that one, and it was of the 4th. So my registered birth certificate proving that I'm a living man, yeah, is on the 4th of April. Now, there are also the 206 evidence of life forms, which you can go and get, and you can go down to the hospital.
There's a sovereign decree as well, but I haven't looked into that.
Yeah, in fact, I'll show them you. I've done them all, but you don't. Why? The thing is, you've got a live claim.
Yeah.
And to me, I mean, why do I use the live claim? I've got all these, but I use the live claim. Why? Because it's the most powerful.
Okay.
It's the most powerful. What am I going to use? I'm going to use the most powerful. No? Why would I use anything inferior? What is at the end of the day, it's all contract. Contract is law and law is contract. Therefore, what's your terms and conditions? What better contract, what better terms and conditions can you have other than saying what you mean and meaning what you say, having to speak fact? You know, when you're doing that, boy, crikey, what can anyone else do? Game over. So here you go then. So here's my sovereign decree, which I manipulate. I altered and I converted slightly into put my own things on here. Yeah, I put the flags on.
Okay.
Put my crest on. Put a stamp on it, which they don't do. So and there's with the motor proprio. It's got all the things. So there's my what's it? So then there's the then you've got the 206 evidence of life. There's your 206 evidence of life again, which I'll put a stamp on.
Okay.
This is your name, and then you get a doctor to fill it in and stamp.
But this one's the most powerful out of the lot of them. That you think the live claim is the most powerful.
The classical depot. So you know, so these things, right? Yeah, are all well and good, but you know, again, why would I want? You know, I want the. I go with the most powerfulest, the one that I can see as the most powerfulest. I.e., who do you want? A policeman with a gun and club, or a military man with a tank, aircraft, and a you know, what's it? Who do you want behind your back?
Exactly.
Protector. So yeah, I paid my fee for freight. No, I paid my fee for freight on that side of things. And that's what they're there to do. Like, I'm of the peace and neutrality. All the Purple Pump community is the peace and neutrality. Yeah, we are all work on the basis with the honour and the grace, and of the rule one, rule equal. You know, that's the whole basis of it is. You know, no one can trespass on each other. You know, we're not allowed to trespass on each other. We're not. We've given our volition within the live claim, saying that this is what we are. We are of the peace and neutrality. We operate with the honour and the grace and with the rule one, rule equal. Our terms and conditions are quantum, and if you wish to contract with us, you must say what you mean and mean what you say, because when you write in quantum on the paper, we can see the volition of the thinking on the paper, because there's no forked tongue anymore. You know, these judges and the police and people, con men and whatever, they can say one thing and mean something completely different. Not in quantum, you can't. Not in quantum. So, you know, the only people that, as far as I'm concerned, wouldn't wish to contract in quantum are people that want to deceive you. So good luck, goodbye. I don't want to be contracting with you anyway. You know, I've got nothing to hide. I will put my full volition. I've given my full volition. I give full transparency at all times. I had to do that for me. For me, I don't want, there's no secrets. Secrets get you, as David Wynne Miller said, secrets get you killed.
Yes.
If I held any secrets back, they could get rid of those secrets by getting rid of me.
So
I've got no secrets.
Where do people get these? So if you can explain how, shouldn't you use the word explain, but anyway, how do people get hold of a live claim? Because there's also, oh sorry, that's my domicile claim, but hold on one moment, I'll get you to explain that. To get a live claim, you can have a domicile claim, if you can just quickly explain that. And my CPAS is still on its way. But can you just tell everybody how, if anybody wants to get one of these, how to get one and what the domicile claim means? Because you've already shown us the CPAS, and that's to be able to, in fact, you explain what the CPAS is and what the domicile claim is as well. Well,
the domicile claim is basically what the live-like claim is to your vessel, your body vessel. Your domicile claim is to your area of where your vessel lives. So it's just about terms and conditions, i.e. like with the trespass notice that we give, you can put a trespass notice because no one can enter your premises, your area, your domicile, yeah, without your permission. They have to give you prior notice, and failure to give prior notice and to come onto your land would be to trespass. Okay. And that has a fee of, I think, 4 ounces of gold, you know, for the people that are doing
you have to create a free fee schedule, is that right? A
fee schedule. Yeah, but it's also there's a lot of other things that's done on there. I.e., have I got that one there? That one about. Basically, that's like it's like a contract. It's like a contract you sign there and then with the policeman. If the policeman's going to do it, you know, okay, then you used to carry on, and it's just basically a contract showing you your fee schedules. You know, I think it's 600. I think I read down to 600 silver coins per hour, or the fractions of thereafter. You know, per minute. I think it was 10 silver coins a minute after, like, or 600 coins an hour. You know, while they detain you. Either detain you or take you into the police cells for questioning or whatever they're doing when they're doing something out of order, because you have no contract with those and they have no authority over you as a man or a woman. And to do those things is actually, you know, malfeasance, misfeasance, whatever you want to call it, in their own laws, because, you know, that would be like McDonald's coming and taking hold of you. Exactly. They can't do that.
Exactly.
You know, they can't. McDonald's can't do that. Get that into your head. McDonald's can't do that. So why can this corporation do it? They can't. They can do it, and they are doing it. Yes, hello. I know they are. But hang on here. Anybody who's doing wrong, you can make a claim against.
Yeah.
That's torture, and that creates a tort or a commercial instrument. You can put a lien against those for the fee. So you have a fee schedule that you create if they want to do it. It's a bit like anything else. I mean, there's another way I used to always explain it. An order. If a policeman's giving you an order. Now, if I went into the Chinese and said, I want special fried rice, crispy plum duck, such and such, right, yeah? And they bring it me, yeah? Would I be able to pick it up and walk out?
No.
No. I can't give them an order without an exchange. I have to give them something to give them an order. They provide the order, and then I have to give something in exchange for that order. So when a policeman's coming to you and says, oh, this, okay then, right then, that will be, do we agree? Then, and I'm sorry, I'm not taking the order. I don't wish to contract with you.
Excellent.
You know, if you wish to make an order with me, then it's going to cost this. How much do you want? You want my name as well? Right, okay then. You could do all these things at the end of the day because you're being 100% honourable. Yeah. You know? And it's all about being honourable. It's also, see, this is the thing. When the police come to anybody, yeah, naturally, yeah, they're just going to have that adrenaline come into them. That's your enemy. That's your enemy because that's fear. Fear creates the adrenaline, and the fear is your worst enemy and it's your best ally. If you was being beaten up, yeah, your fear is going to give you the power to kick the out of someone.
Yes.
Yeah. If the policeman's come in there, yeah, and he's going to present himself, the fear is going to screw you up because you're going to start look like you're nervous, like you're scared. And that policeman's going to think, what are you scared about?
Yeah.
Why are you so scared? And you're going to automatically, and this is where fear draws the attention to you. Mm-hmm. When you are not scared and you do understand these points, you won't produce that fear looking, and that policeman will not want to come anywhere near you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They do not want to mess with someone that knows what they're talking about.
So how do people get hold of it?
That's a bit about the strength of knowing it. So the documents, the live claims, the CPAS, the domicile claim, any document, period. Yeah. If you don't know what that document is, or fully comprehend and understand the meaning of what it is, you're not going to be able to use it. You can't use it. You know, if I sent a 3-year-old or a 2-year-old an ounce of gold, yeah, wrapped in some pretty paper, he will pick the coin up and he'll tap it a couple of times and throw it away, and then he'll start playing with the paper.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't understand what he's got.
Yeah.
And he doesn't understand the power. So you've got to understand something to be able to use it correctly.
There's a Facebook group, isn't there, for support? So what kind of support? So you've got the Purple Thumb community, but what is the website again? Is it purplethumbcommunity.com?
The website is www.purplethumbcommunity.com. domicile-claim.com.
Okay,
all
and that's
lowercase.
where people can order, anybody can order, or is it place an order, however you want to say it?
Yeah, if you just go on there and look through it, you can go on there. We basically try to make it as easy as possible for people to. We've presented videos for people to get a grasp of what's actually been done to our language.
Yeah.
A lot of like David Wynn-Millers. You've got Jason Matthew, or should I say full colon, Jason hyphen Matthew full colon Glass, full stop, who is who we recommend for tutoring the quantum grammar, because he's just got a beautiful way about him. Got a beautiful way about doing it. He makes it so, well, I say simple. He makes it as simple as you can make this. Because I mean, it's really the only reason of the complication is because of what's been done to us.
You don't have to learn the quantum grammar to have a life claim.
No, not at all. No.
Okay.
It's like I say, it's better to have it better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. On the simple basis of where's your paperwork. Because I mean, the main thing here is who are you? Who are you, and how are you going to identify who you are? So, unless you've got some form of identification of who you are, if you're going to use a legal fiction, that it states on your birth certificate not to be used as your identity. So you've been told, if you're going to use it, that's your fault. You know, that's your fault. I've tried to tell you. They've told you, and many other people have told you. If you're going to use your passport, your driving license, or anything else as your identity, then you're going to practice in necrophilia. You're pretending to be necromancy. Sorry.
Necrophilia.
Necrophilia. Fuck yeah. Anyway, necromancy. Yeah. So you're practicing being dead, and you are not the fiction. So you are not the placenta, and you have to separate yourself.
So you can order your life claim, the domicile claim, and the CPAS. There's a donation of it's 99 Australian dollars. I know that works out about 50-60 pounds in sterling.
Yeah, I think it's about 58 pounds. I think they've just changed it all again. They've changed all the sites again. There's the 3 packages, the 99,
yes,
160 has been because I mean that's the digital format. Then you've got we do it and with a notary stamp on the. I think that's $163. That's
Australian dollars. That's Australian dollars, isn't it?
It's Australian dollars. So yeah, I think the full package, everything with the whole lot, I think that worked out about 128 pound or something like that. And that's everything, or stamped the whole.
And there's a Facebook group as well, so people don't have to feel like they're alone. You've got a Facebook community. So people can, can you join that without the life claim, or do you have to have the life claim before joining the?
Yeah, you can go on there. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, at the moment, we're looking for people. We're looking when we are joining a lot of people. There's a lot of work going on behind the scenes at the moment, right? Yeah, but again, it's a community. This is where the community people help each other.
So if I don't have, let's say I didn't have the life claim, I wanted to know more. Can I join the Purple Thumb Facebook group to find out more, to learn more before I get one? Can it work?
For sure, yeah. Of course you can, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just and so we'll allow you in, and then you can go onto the Purple Thumb community website, yeah, and it's got all the videos and everything. So just to go through and to flick through with the family, to go and just watch some of the videos because they are interested.
Because I just think
I just realised actually.
If you've got one of these, they can't come at you with a vaccine. At the end of the day, you are claiming, wrong word, authority, but it's the only word that has come to my mind. You're claiming ownership of your vessel. You know, at the end of the day, they're trying to attach you to this legal fiction because they want to come at you with these statutes to vaccine you. Really, you should say, here's my birth certificate, vaccine that. I'm the living woman. Leave me alone. So it's about really standing.
You just made me think of something as well. We should also make a terms and conditions that we can put up on the door.
On your front door?
Yeah, or window by your door.
Oh, like yeah.
To let those people know that you do not consent, so to say. Is
that on your website, or is that just something that?
No, I haven't done it, but you just made me think about of actually. I mean, like I say, the Purple Thumb community is a growing thing. The more people that add to it, the more brains there are going to be in there.
Well, I'm here too. I really want to sort of promote this. That's why I contacted you again, because I thought, there's millions of people in Britain. Because obviously people know me here. I've got a following on YouTube abroad, but I just think it's so important that people understand the modalities they can use to sort of to understand who they are and reclaim themselves and reclaim their sovereignty as a man and as a woman. And I just this to me was probably one of the most powerful ways that I've seen anyway so far. Because
the beauty of the other thing about the pay-per-form community is the fact that you're a member of that community, and you've got somewhere to point now. You see, people have the live claim saying, well, what's all this? Well, now you can actually point to the community because you're on the publication site. There's a website with all the publications, so they can actually go and say, okay, then, yeah, you have made the claim. It's been publicised, openly publicised that you are who you are. So you've done the full process, and there's no argument. And with the CPAS, you know, they can contact Lady Crown. Lady Crown will explain to them exactly who you are, that you are now back on the land. You're no longer lost and dead at sea, and none of your, you know, it's all been done. But I've just realised I've got to go now because I'm
no, that's fine. I'm looking at the time as well, and I have the call in a minute, so I was thinking I need to wrap up. But Andy, thank you so much.
We'll do it again. Well, hopefully somebody will come with some questions. Yeah, someone will come with some questions.
If anybody has any questions, where's the best place to go? Is it just a comment?
Just send them. We can ask them, or they can come onto the Facebook group and they can ask them, or they can go onto the website and they can ask. I mean, but basically, I mean, realistically, I suppose, again, there's something else we should do. In fact, actually, there's something you could do, Yogita, like, you know, I get all the questions and we can give answers to them. We can make a questions and answers.
A live, or even a live inside the group, inside the group.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Live. Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time. Take care.
No problems.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Take care now. Bye-bye.
See you, everybody.